Okay, P's. Hmm. So that will just fulfill the nutrient, fulfill the requirement of just one type of nutrient, that is nitrogen, right now. But we have to provide other nutrients also. That is done via
Vermicomposting.
vermicomposting is also there. Suppose you have to provide abundant amount of nutrient to the soil, then hmm, then what you have to do? Fertilizers are required to be provided, right now. You have to provide them with fertilizers. Okay. Can you tell me what do we call the motion of an object around a fixed point? Motion of an object around a fixed point. What do we call that? Circular motion. No. Yes, Abu. Motion of an object around a fixed point, that is called as a circular object. So a circular motion. Okay, now. What is the SI unit of length? Yeah. What is the SI unit of length? Yeah, I suppose I'm audible in the class.
Centimeter.
SI unit of length is not centimeter, but it is meter. Okay, now, Abu. SI unit of length is meter, not centimeter. Although this part was removed from the chapter, but still we can do that. Okay. Do tell me one more thing. Can you give some example of periodic motions?
Uh, Pendulum clock.
Hmm. Pendulum clock. Very good. Okay. Photosynthesis. Will it only happen during day, or can it happen during night also?
It can only happen in day.
During day. Very good. Okay. What about respiration? Respiration in plant. Will
Both
it
day.
both day and night? So that is a 24-hour process. Very good. Very good. Okay. Answer one more question to me. For example, now, what you have done, mm, can you write down the differences between transparent and opaque objects? How do they differ from each other?
Transparent transparent objects are the objects that can be seen through, that
Hmm.
can that light can pass through it, and opaque objects are the objects that are and not seen through, cannot be seen through.
Okay. There's one more point which you can add about shadow formation. For the shadow formation, you will be using a
Opaque.
transparent or an opaque. An opaque object. Very good. Okay, now. Okay. Answer one more question to me. Do tell me, how is compost useful for plants? And why
It
is it that it is better to use compost as manure instead of chemical fertilizers?
it is used as
Hmm.
fertilizers for the plant, that it contains many things, uh, vitamins and
No, 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 not vitamins. Vitamins are the type of nutrients required by the human body. Okay, now when you talk about the nutrients required by the plants, there are 17 different type of elements that are required. Some of them are required in major quantity, some of them are required in minor quantity. For example, there is nitrogen. Okay, there is magnesium, there is potassium, there is phosphorus, right now. So these are the elements that are required by the plants, not vitamins, not calcium. Those are different things. Calcium is also required in some quantity, by the way. Yeah. Second part of the question was, how is it better than chemical fertilizers?
because the process is natural.
The process is natural. That's a general answer to the question. But when you study about it, no, we know that there is an organic content in the soil that we call as humus. Humus is basic. अच्छा, can you define to me what did we studied about humus? Humus क्या होता है? ये सब can you tell me like what is this humus?
It's a bacteria.
No, 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 it's not a bacteria. See, basically क्या होता है ना कि you can see if you were to look at the dry soil. अगर dry soil हम देखते हैं and you look at the dark brown in color. What difference we see between the two? First obvious difference है कि dry soil की color light होती है. Right now, Abu? It is light in color. And the obvious thing about the dark brown soil is it is dark in color. So ये तो general से difference है. But the main thing about the two is that why is it that this is dark brown in color, this is light in color? The reason behind this is that this dark brown soil actually consists of so many dead, decaying matters. It will consist of dead and decaying leaves. It will consist of dead and decaying earthworms, so many insects, so many bacteria in it. Because of which इसकी color dark brown है. And that thing here is called as humus. So humus is basically dead and decaying organic substances. And ये क्या करते हैं? They add fertility to soil. Getting it, Nambu?
Yes, sir.
Right now? So that is the thing. Okay. Can you tell me what is the respiratory organ in earth form? Respiratory organ in earth form is? Mm-hmm. Yes, Abu. What is the respiratory organ in the earthworm? Okay, answer. What about humans? What is the respiratory organ in humans? The organ via which we breathe. That is lungs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about earthworm? They are
Skin.
skin. Good. Okay. What about plants?
Uh, Leaves.
Leaves, and inside the leaves,
Stomach.
stomata. Very good. And there are pores in the stomata via which they breathe. Okay, no. Can you list at least one way in which plants carry out excretion? How do the plants do excretion? Can you answer this to me? Plants किस तरह excretion करते हैं?
Sir, when they lose water.
When they lose water. Very good. Okay. What do we call that process as? इस प्रोसेस को हम क्या कहते हैं? Yes. Transpiration, no? Right now? Getting it, Nabu? Transpiration कहते हैं. Okay. Can you tell me what are the waste that are generated in the body of a plant? Plant body से क्या waste generate होती हैं?
Sir, I did not understand the question.
Yeah. My question is that, for example, in the human body, urine is a waste, feces is a waste, the liquid waste and the solid waste. So ये waste है हमारे body में, and they are toxic, so thereby they have to be removed from the body. Getting it, Nabu? So that is one thing. But plant के body में क्या waste produce हो रहे हैं? Like one, we know that they are carrying out transpiration. So transpiration में extra amount of water is being released. So water vapor भी waste है इनके body में. Getting it, Nabu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they do produce carbon dioxide also in the process of respiration. Respiration के process में carbon dioxide वो produce करते हैं. So that
Sir,
is also a waste produced
sir,
by them. Yes.
sir, they produce oxygen.
Oxygen, very good oxygen, and that's all I think right now.
Yes.
Okay. So ये एक तरीका होता है जिसके जरिए वो वेस्ट को रिलीज करते हैं. Second way is that you see that the leaves will be shedding. Barks of the trees gets shedded away. Right now, leaves जो होते हैं वो झड़ने शुरू होते हैं. Barks also start to shed. Getting it now? Also, you have seen gums and resins also are secreted from the stem of some plants. है ना? Gums and resins. So, so that is also a waste. Getting it now? So that is the thing. Falling of the leaves, transpiration, and the gums and resins. These are the ways in which they secrete the do the excretion. Okay. Do tell me, how do you define solubility? Solubility को किस तरह हम define करते हैं? Mhm.
Sir, solubility is something that
Hmm.
uh, gets dissolved.
Something that is getting dissolved, that does not define solubility. Solubility is basically the degree to which a substance can be dissolved in a solution. I mean to say, okay, let's say you are having 100 ml of water, 100 ml water here, and say that you can add only 2 spoonful of sugar in it. 2 चम्मच sugar सिर्फ आप add कर सकते हैं उसमें. So that is the solubility of this solution. ये water की solubility है. एक 100 ml water की solubility means के you can add only 2 tablespoon of sugar in it. Beyond that, you cannot add any further. Getting it now?
Yes.
इसे हम solubility कहते हैं. You can increase the solubility by heating it. Solubility को आप heat करने से increase भी कर सकते हैं. Right now? Okay. Next, can you tell me two gases which can dissolve in water? दो gases जो water में dissolve हो सकते हैं. Yes. When you purchase a Coca-Cola or when you purchase any cold drink from the market, you might have seen that the bubbles are found inside the bottle.
Sir, that is not uh, like it is not
Mhm.
dissolved.
It is
Like
not.
keep it open, then the gas can go out.
We keep it open and the gas can go.
Yes, sir.
See, basically what happens now. If you were to look at the cold drink, you shake it a little bit, the particles of it start to gain some motion. They come in motion. Also, bubbles will accumulate at the top. Those bubbles are actually the carbon dioxide gas that are dissolved into the water. So here we get to see that carbon dioxide gas can be dissolved in water. Okay, number. Next, do tell me, how do the fish breathe under the water? They breathe the dissolved oxygen now. As the water passes through the walls of the gills, the very fine blood capillaries present in the gills will be absorbing the water, absorbing the oxygen from the water. So these two are the example. Yes.
Sir, like dissolved means like you cannot see any remains uh, of the thing dissolved. So, uh,
Mhm.
but you can still see the bubble.
Exactly. See, it will not be distinctively visible. It you can view it in the form of bubbles only. You can view it in the form of bubbles only. Also, you might have seen in the aquarium. You can observe this. that fishes will be releasing some bubbles. Fishes bubbles release करती है ना. So when they are doing respiration, when they breathe out, they will be breathing out carbon dioxide, वो बाहर release करती हैं. So those are the bubbles of carbon dioxide gas, right? No. Also, when you heat the water, you see bubbles are formed in that. Those are the bubbles of oxygen. Hope that clears the question. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Do tell me, why is it that the sea divers, they carry oxygen cylinders with them when they go deep into the water?
Because the oxygen that is inside the water is not much for us.
It's not about much. Basically, our breathing organs are different that from a fish. Fish can breathe, take the dissolved oxygen from water, but our body cannot take the dissolved oxygen from water now. We will suffocate if we try to do that. Getting a double.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. By the way, which is the deepest point in ocean?
Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench. Very good. Okay. Do tell me what will happen if you were to bring the north pole of a magnet to north pole of another magnet.
It will repel.
It will repel. Very good. Say I have given you a cell. Okay, na? And this cell will do what? Will it convert chemical energy to electrical energy, or will it convert the chemical energy to, let's say, another kind of energy, for example, magnetic energy? What will it do?
Electric, uh, electrical energy.
Chemical to electrical energy. Correct. Also, do tell me, why is it that we see that sometimes the bulb gets fused? Why is it so?
Because a lot of like electricity has passed like
Hmm.
gone through the wire, so the wire like to like defend the electrical appliance burning. The fuse helps it, and it breaks
Correct,
to
correct.
prevent the electrical appliances.
Saved.
In-
Right now. Okay, but my question was not related to the fuse inside the bulb. Why does the bulb gets fused? I mean to say, why does the bulb gets fused? टंगस्टन वायर हम देखते हैं ब्रेक हो जाती है. Why does that happen? Earlier, incandescent bulbs were in use. Nowadays, we don't find it in used. अभी rarely use होता है incandescent bulb. The yellow light bulb 100 watt का जो bulb आता था पहले. Okay, ना bro? Okay. Next question you answer to me. Can you give an example of a plant which can reproduce from a bird? Bud bird. A plant which can reproduce from the bird. Yes. How potato is grown? Have you seen how the potatoes are grown?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are structures found in the potato जिसे हम eye कहते हैं. Right now, these are called as the eye of the potato. Right now, but it is actually what? It is the birds. ये birds कहलाते हैं. So potato is an example why which um, in which budding happens and why the birds they can be grown. So इसे different portion parts में cut करके हम individual parts को grow कर सकते हैं. So that is one of the example. Right now. Also, you know that new plants can not only be grown from the seed, but from different other parts of certain plants as well. Getting know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Can you list some of the ways in which plants can be grown in another ways without using seeds?
Sir, cutting the stem
Very
and
good.
then uh,
Hmm.
like growing it in the soil.
Will you repeat the second line you told me?
Sir, you cut the stem and then you like then you just grow it in the soil.
Ha. Can you give an example of such a plant? The most normal, we have a flowering plant. We have a flower, rose flower. No,
No, sir, that doesn't work.
that isn't.
Work.
Uh, Many times it is seen that that works if done in the proper way. Okay, now also you see that you might have seen in a single tree different types of I mean to say, for example, take a mango tree. So in the mango tree you can see different varieties of mangoes can be growing on the same tree. What is the process
Sir,
that has been done in that case, do you know?
sir, you take a uh,
Hmm.
stem of an mango, and then you take another stem of the mango, and then
Hmm.
you wrap it, and then it
Very
grows
good.
into a
Hmm.
different type of mango.
Hmm. That process is called as grafting. Okay, now so
Yes,
that is also done. Okay. And then you have have you seen how ginger plants are grown, how gingers are grown? Huh?
sir, inside the soil.
Inside the soil, that is true. That is correct. And also you can see that in gingers also buds grows. Gingers में भी buds की formation होती है, right now. So ginger somewhat looks like this. It has got a very unique shape, a weird shape. So these are the buds that grows into it. You can separate them, you can cut them into different pieces, and each pieces will grow into a new ginger plant, right now. So
Yes,
that is another example. Cutting is also done for different type of plants. It is also done right now. Grafting is done as we discussed moments ago. And you know, there's one more way why which new plants are grown in the laboratories. Do you know the name of it? It's tissue culture. So in tissue culture, this is a very unique step. हाँ, इसमें हम क्या करते हैं ना, सपोज यू टेक अ वेरी टाइनी फ्रैगमेंट ऑफ एनी प्लांट, राइट? किसी भी प्लांट का आपने, वेदर इट बी लीव्स, वेदर इट बी द स्टेम ऑफ एनी पार्ट, यू हैव टेकन अ वेरी cut a very small portion of it. Okay. Then you will take a glass plate like this. You will put that tiny structure into that glass plate. Now, in this glass plate, you will put some plant hormones. कुछ special chemicals होते हैं जिन्हें हम put करते हैं इसमें. After putting that, no, what happens? कि that tiny portion which you have cut out from the plant will start growing. ये grow करना शुरू करेगी धीरे धीरे. And then you will see that you can grow multiple plants, not just one. हम multiple plants grow कर सकते हैं, right? Now, at the same given time, हम multiple plants grow कर सकते हैं. And then they will be taken out, and then they will be planted in the soil. So that is a tissue culture. Okay, no? Or why we would be doing tissue culture? Because you know some species of plants are endangered. वो खतरे में है, right? ना illegally उन्हें कट किया जाता है, ज्यादा उन्हें कट किए जा रहे हैं. So they are endangered species of plants. Hence, to protect them, tissue culture is done for them also. This process helps you grow multiple plants at the same time. So that was the thing about it. All right, no?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So that is the thing. Okay. Also, one more question. Do tell me, what is the composition of different airs in the atmosphere?
What, sir?
What is the composition of different gases in the atmosphere?
Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide.
These are the names of it now. What is the percentage of the following gases?
32%. Yeah,
No.
30,
Nitrogen is, what is the percentage of nitrogen?
70,
78. Oxygen?
36.
No, no, 21%. No, 21%. Getting it now?
Yes.
21% is oxygen in it.
Sir,
And
then carbon dioxide.
carbon dioxide is also there. Some other gases are also there
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
1%.
Very good. So, for example, you have carbon dioxide gas. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide gas? Do you remember?
0.003.
No, no, it's 0.04%. All right, number 0.04%.
Sir,
Right?
you said 02 last time, then you said 03, now it is 04.
No, no, no. It's 0.04%. Earlier, I did told you that earlier it was 0.03%. Now it has increased to 0.04%. Okay, now check that again. You will see that I must have said that the percentage of carbon dioxide earlier it was only carbon 0.03%. But due to the increasing global warming, increasing pollution on Earth, it has increased. Getting it now?
Yes.
So that is the thing. Okay. And then the remaining are other gases like there is a helium is there, neon, argon, different other gases are there. Okay, so hope that is also clear. Okay, answer one more question to me. uh, if you recall, we did talked about the magnets also.
Yes, sir.
Talking about the natural magnets, how are they obtained? From which substance they are obtained?
Magnetite.
Magnetite. Very good, very good. Okay. Uh, Answer one more question. Can you name a plant which will respond to stimuli? Give an example of a plant that responds to stimuli. Stimuli can be anything. For example, touch एक stimuli है.
Sir, touch me not.
Touch me not plant. Right now, the botanical name of that plant is Mimosa. Mimosa pudica. Okay. Also, do tell me that what do you mean by the alimentary canal? Where does it start from and where does it end? Next, you will be answering. Yes.
I don't know.
See, alimentary canal is basically what it basically means now. It's the pathway via which food travels in our body, right? So it will be entering into the food pipe first, then it goes to the stomach. After stomach, it goes to the small intestine, then it goes to the large intestine, and finally by the anus, it is released outside. This is how it basically looks like. See, that is alimentary canal. You can see that it starts from our mouth, okay, na? Then goes to our stomach, and then goes to the small intestine, and then it goes to the large intestine, And then finally, the waste is stored into the rectum and then released via the anus. The solid waste is released by the anus. That is what alimentary canal is.
Sir, it starts from the mouth.
From the mouth. This one. The above one is the nasal passage. Don't look at this one. Look at this one. Okay, now starts from mouth. This over here, that is the food pipe. जिसे हम esophagus भी कहते हैं. In class 7, you will study that in more detail. Then it goes to the J-shaped organ, that is the stomach. Later on, it goes into the small intestine. See where I'm pointing the arrow. Then it goes to the large intestine, like this one. And then finally, it is secreted out from the body via the anus. All right, Nabu. So that is what alimentary canal basically means. Okay, no? Okay. Also, do tell me one more thing. uh, what type of motion is being done by Earth?
Rotatory.
And one more, no?
Periodic.
Periodic. Very good. And it is doing revolution around the sun. Thereby, it is doing a circular motion also, no? Getting
Yes.
it now. So Earth is doing periodic, circular, and then rotatory motion as well. Very good. Okay. Also, I did we studied that all the. Also, you know that we use a word aerated drinks. हम यूज करते हैं ना एक word aerated drinks. Cold, different type of cold drinks which people drink. They are the aerated drinks. Why they are called as aerated drinks? Because they consist of air in them. Basically, carbon dioxide gas in them. Getting it now?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
One more question I wanted to ask you. Regarding solubility. Okay, now. So do tell me that you might have seen this one thing, that during summer season the ponds are shallow. Ponds की water की level down हो जाती है, so thereby they are shallow right now. And due to that the fishes die in them. Getting it now? Fishes die in them. Why fishes are dying in them? There's two reasons for this one. The first reason is that during summer the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is decreasing and the water level is also down. That's why you'd see that during summer season in the shallow ponds fishes will be dying. First reason is that the amount of dissolved oxygen in water has decreased. So regarding this, how it is related to solubility of the gas in water, I'm saying that this is water and we are talking about the solubility of gas in it. How much of gas is dissolved in the water, on what factor it will depend upon, that's what we are discussing here. Are you able to relate with the question or not?
No, sir.
No. See, basically मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि solubility हमने पढ़ा थोड़ी देर पहले. Solubility means amount of something that can dissolve in the given solution. Right now, for example, we had the example of sugar. You have 100 ml of water. Suppose you can dissolve only 2 tablespoonful of sugar in it. So that means कि इसकी solubility इतनी ही है. Right now, Bo? Hmm? Okay.
Yes.
But हम देखते हैं कि you might have seen that the chef, what they will be doing now, they will be heating the heating the water and sugar solution so that they can add more sugar into it. You know,
What's that?
in order to increase the solubility of sugar in water, huh? Water is heated. Water को हम heat करते हैं.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ना? That is how candies are made. Candies भी इस तरह बनती हैं. Anyways,
No,
so
sir.
candies are made in a different way, no?
Sir, candy is like uh,
Mhm.
uh, they are just made up of sugar. That's why they are like very sweet. They are like only
Okay.
made up of sugar, water, and some
Mhm.
flavors.
Some flavors. Okay, okay. It is now basically It's a lengthy process, but very interesting process. But that consists of some amount of water also. Anyways, coming back to the question, our discussion was related to how the solubility of a given substance in water increases. We had the example of sugar. Sugar एक solid substance है. So the solubility of a solid substance in water can be increased by increase in temperature. Temperature increase हम करते हैं, more amount of sugar can be added in water. So that is a fact. But is it is that fact true for water also? क्या ये fact water के लिए भी सही है? The answer actually is no. Are you able to understand so far or not? Please do let me know.
Yes, sir.
Answer I haven't completed yet. The answer lies in the example that when you see summer season में क्या होता है ना कि water का temperature increase होता है, right? No, the temperature of water increases. So water temperature increase होने की वजह से क्या हो
Sir,
रही है?
and where,
Yes,
sir, and where would the water be increased?
where would the water be
Increased from?
increased from? From
Yes,
the sunlight. Now the temperature of the water is increased due to sunlight.
sir. Then what water is getting heat?
Water of what water is getting heated? I'm talking about the water in the ponds. हाँ, small lakes की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं इनकी बात कर रहा हूँ. All right, Nabu. So the water of the ponds, lakes, which are a smaller water body, they are being heated up. अब heated up होने की वजह से क्या होती है कि fishes are dying. Why fishes are dying? Because earlier हमें पता है कि oxygen was dissolved in water, but now what has happened कि the dissolved oxygen is reduced. Dissolved O2 in water is reduced. Why? Because the temperature of the water has increased. So thereby the solubility of the gas in the water has decreased. So there is a less dissolved oxygen in the water. Less dissolved oxygen है, fishes के पास less oxygen होंगी breathe करने के लिए. That's why they will be dying. Huh? So what we can conclude that the solubility of gas in water decreases with increase in temperature. क्या हम कह सकते हैं? ये सब.
Yes,
First of all, tell me, did you understood this thing or not?
yes, sir. I understood.
है ना? हाँ. But for solid, is it true? No. Solid
No,
के लिए different बात होगी. For solids, the solubility increases with increase in temperature. Hope that is clear. We had the example of sugar in water, and for the second one, you had the example of fishes that are dying.
sir. When it is summer
Mhm.
time, the fishes go down.
Fishes go down, but the thing is that due to heat, the water will be evaporating also. Water evaporation की वजह से water level down भी होगा. It will become shallow. So then they will be not be having options right now.
Sir, in my place there is no small ponds.
Like geographical division on Earth is different. हर जगह की geography different है, right? For example, if you were to look at the map of the world, see,
Sir, in India also no ponds.
in India also, yeah, in India there are different ponds. So many ponds are there in India. 1 minute, let me add some slide. Yes, Abu?
Sir, where I live, it is.
Because that is an arid region. You're talking about the place where you are living right now, or here in India?
Sir, in India.
In India. Okay, so there are no ponds there.
Yes.
Okay, okay. See,
Sir, that can happen in island.
In Ireland it can happen, but again, inland water bodies अगर होंगी तो see, let's understand why the help of this one. For example, if you were to look at this one, this is the equator line. ये line of equator है जो middle से pass कर रही है अर्थ के. 1 minute. That is at 0 degree, जिसे हम equator कहते हैं. All it number, जिसे हम equator कहते हैं. But the thing is ना कि इंडिया से थोड़ी नीचे होती है. That is 0 degree, which is called as the equator. All right now, ये equator. Now the thing is that sun's rays are falling directly on the equator. इक्वेटर के आसपास के एरियाज में ज्यादा सनलाइट फॉल करती है. गेटिंग इट अबू? हाँ.
Sir,
So
but then how is India hot
how is India
and
hot?
not hot?
Not hot. See, there are different geographical factors which are playing at the same time. See, for example, what happens? See, during the when there is monsoon, how monsoon comes to India? This is the water body. This is the Arabian Sea. This is the Indian Ocean here. That is the Bay of Bengal. That is Arabian Sea, and this is Indian Ocean. Right now. Now, have you studied what the concept of land breeze and sea breeze?
No, sir.
Land breeze and sea breeze? Not yet. Okay, okay. See, let me just keep it simple. Simply, what happens? Okay, during the monsoon season, what happens? Winds will be traveling from the Arabian Sea towards the India. Arabian Sea से India की तरफ winds चलती हैं. Okay ना? And these winds will be making rain here. They will bring the moisture with them. They will form clouds, and it will rain in the northern parts of India.
Sir,
So
then
although India, yes,
sir, then little left to India as UAE.
here it is UAE. But then here there you have to see कि रेनफॉल होने के लिए क्या होना चाहिए कि हमें माउंटेन्स की जरूरत पड़ती है, हमें प्लेट्यूज की जरूरत पड़ती है. देन द plain
Many,
of the region has to be above the mean sea level. I mean to say that
there is,
see this. Yes.
sir, there is many mountains in.
There are many mountains there. See, let me just give you the details of all the factors here, which are playing. All of the factors are playing at the same time. Right now, see basically what is happening. The moisture laden winds are traveling from the Arabian Ocean towards the India. And as it comes towards the India, in its pathway, it encounters several mountains. Mountains is तरह से होते हैं, winds are traveling like this, and thereby rainfall happens here. Getting it now? Okay, now come here. If you were to look at this portion here, all of this is basically land mass. Basically, बड़ी scale पे हम देखते हैं, this much of is land mass. So where will the moisture laden winds come? Moisture laden winds, how will it come? Suppose moisture laden winds are arising from here. So it will bring all the rain in this part here. And by the